This is Who All Gonna Be Their podcast, a place where you get to be an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chat. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to Who All Gonna Be Their podcast, the place where you get to become an exclusive member of our very entertaining group chat. My name is Kiki. We have Tracy J and Eric in the studio at this very time. How's everyone doing?
Making it.
We making that's it?
Your heart is guarded.
Bruh, I am a week.
Okay.
Brandy. A week away from 8 months pregnant, and life in my body is miserable. But besides that, I'm great. How are y'all?
Listen, I'm over here jamming. I'm on my Brandy thing, I guess. Shout
out to Brandy.
Right, because we want to make sure she's doing okay.
Yes, indeed. Brandy, we've been praying, child. It was good to see you leaving CVS the other day. Somebody spotted you leaving.
Look, I was about to say, we saw her leaving the corner store.
And somebody was like, she leaving CVS. I was like, okay, Brandy.
She probably picking up prescription.
Look, whatever she picked up.
And some toilet paper.
She walked out, amen.
Okay. She walked out. Didn't need no wheelchair, didn't need crutches, didn't need no assistance.
She's here, still in the land of the living, man.
Amen.
See, I need one of them soundboards, and I need to have a church organ. Because
I gotta figure out how to do it.
Next season, we're gonna have it all. You feel me?
Yes.
So y'all get those plays up so we can get us one.
Look, for real.
But no, I've been doing okay. A lot better. I'm not as congested.
You don't sound stuffy.
Thank you. I was definitely, was that yesterday? Wednesday? Yeah. During my interview, I had a special interview, y'all. And this cold tried to take me out during the interview. So, but I'm here.
Amen.
And I made it.
Aaron, what you do an interview for?
Huh?
Okay.
I can't tell you.
Look, now she putting your business out in the middle of the street. What?
Hey,
in the middle of the
interview
street.
For work for you.
He put it out himself.
Secret.
He put it out himself.
He'll know when he get the job. Amen.
Amen.
Yeah.
Claimed.
Well, listeners and viewers and subscribers and everything in between, group chat members, we thank you for coming back. We thank you for liking, commenting, and subscribing. What happened?
I was about to throw up GC, and I was like, "Wait, that may be like an actual game."
Right.
Yeah.
They been in Canada.
I saw it, and I was like, "Huh, they look a little familiar." Let me put that down.
OMG.
The only gang I claim is Jesus Christ.
Amen.
Hey.
We have a good show for you guys today. We are going to be talking about, we're going to have some tea with TV. I'm going to pass it to Tracy. And following tea with TV, we'll pass it on to Eric, who's going to cover our Survivor 43 footage. So on to you, Tracy.
So y'all, if y'all haven't heard yet, I'm sure y'all have, Love is Blind is back. I feel like they didn't do a lot of advertising for this because I didn't even know. Like, I went on Twitter and somebody talking about it. And I was like, oh, let me see.
I didn't know.
I feel like I told you. I thought I told y'all that it was coming back.
Steve, Lord Jesus. Eric. Now that I slipped up. Eric, my brain be forgetting 4 seconds before you tell me something. So my apologies if you did tell me.
It was weird, though, because I went on to click. I wanted to watch Love is Blind After the Altar. I clicked there, and it was taking me to season 2 of Love is Blind. And so then it was just being weird. Like,
did you finish after the altar?
I was trying to watch After the Altar. And so when I clicked play for After the Altar, it then took me to season 2. And I already seen this already.
No, we're on 3.
Right, exactly.
Oh, no, you went to season 3.
I went to After the Altar.
For season
it took
2.
me to season 2. I went to Love is Blind season 3. And then it was like the episodes is coming out next week. Child, I didn't realize new episodes had already dropped.
I was like, hold on, Kiki,
I was fumbling in the bag.
You talking about? I thought it didn't come out to October 26th.
Because that's what it said. It said new episodes October 26th. I'm like, where the old episodes?
That's for the new ones.
Lord,
that's for the new.
But I digress. Go ahead, Trees. My bad.
But so the new episodes drop. It's 4 episodes up. So spoiler alerts are coming. No, this is the alert. The spoilers are coming, is what I meant to say. Y'all know what I'm trying to say.
Alert, spoiler.
Yes. So right off the top, all the little dates happen. We saw one black girl was on a date and she said she was a nurse and he said I don't do nurses. Did you see that? I was all like,
I don't recall that part.
Exactly, because it was 2 seconds.
Oh.
It was a black girl. She had the like cute natural hair, and she was talking to Cole, and she said, "Oh, what do you do? I'm a nurse." And he said, "Oh, I don't do nurse." She was just like, "What?"
And that's weird. Why don't he do nurses? Did he explain?
No, it was just very weird and awkward. And I was like, out of all, like, even if they didn't match up, out of all the black content of dating, that's the one y'all picked. Y'all wanted to show. I don't know. It felt racist. But anyways, I digress.
Black.
It very. Even though she didn't know he black, but who knows? He probably heard the tone. Was like, she black. I don't know.
What's her name?
I don't know.
She ain't getting you knew his name, but you didn't.
Oh, he must be. We don't really know who.
And you know, the only reason why I know his name is because I got a note right here. Because otherwise, I'd forget. But she, of course, she didn't go on until the matches, so that's literally the like 2 seconds we got to see of her. But anyway, so basically, what it came down to, I'm gonna go ahead and tell y'all who the pairs are going into the honeymoon, I guess. They're not honeymoon. I guess they're like, let's date, even though we engaged stage. Or the correct term is, let me tell you who's engaged. Yeah.
Okay.
So we got Alexa and Brandon. I don't know. Cole and how you say that girl name? Zanab.
Baby,
Kiki,
now, you know,
like,
Kiki,
I don't know.
If you don't know names, Kiki definitely don't know no names.
I was gonna say, okay, excuse me, girl. I think it's Zanab. I can't remember, but I think that's how you say her name. SK and Raven, Nancy and Bartice, Matt and Colleen. These are our couples. Right off the bat, I want to talk about Colleen. Colleen is the little ditzy girl that should be blonde. I don't know. I think her brown. She the blonde.
She does a ballerina or something.
No, she's not the ballerina.
Is this the one that was doing the jumping jacks that people talking about on the TL?
No, that's Raven. The ballerina is Nab, I think.
Are we sure?
No.
You see what happens when I'm not watching the shows with them.
Eric be having the details.
See, this
right?
is what happens. This is classic.
We should have been on one accord because we had a whole conversation that we was gonna talk about this today and we was gonna watch it. He ain't watching.
He's busy. Okay, he's trying to graduate.
He was on Twitter, y'all.
No, I was not.
And all up and through all these spaces, child.
Listen.
Yeah.
That was days ago. The show just came out yesterday. I was working all last night on my paper.
So I can't remember. I can't remember if that's the ballerina or not, but this girl got dumped twice? And I was like, girl, give it up, just go home. And she was bawling her little eyes out. Yeah, child. They were just like, nah, sis, you not for me. You not for me. When 100% Cole was for her. But this girl had the nerve to say, he said, well, when I get into a relationship, when I get married, I want to be able to connect with my significant other and I want to like go deep. And she's like, yeah, I don't do that. I said, girl, what?
Yeah. I'm and like, just like, what are y'all talking about? That's why I felt like, what did you say this girl's name is?
Colleen.
That's why I feel like that's the ballerina girl.
It may be. I don't remember.
Because she
I thought
identified herself by what she did rather than like who she is. Yeah.
Don't call me that. Y'all know I don't be remembering stuff. But yeah, she got played twice, and then finally she got. Matt. I have to remember who she with. Matt was so boring. I don't even remember him. Matt is lucky Colleen is with him because at least they give their relationship a little pep.
Yeah, but and it is Colleen the ballet dancer.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
I don't know. This whole time I thought it was the Hispanic girl. I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. But anyways, so they finally met up with all the other couples or whatever, and it was a little not drama. What relationship was that last year? With Jared and what was her name?
Iyanna.
Yeah, Iyanna. Huh?
Iana.
Let me tell you what this man did. I was about to call him out his name.
I know what you're about to say.
Yeah, I was about to say that. Let me tell you what he did. He actually said it to this girl's face, to his fiance face. He was like, "Yeah, man, I saw Raven, and that girl was a smoke show."
When I say disrespectful,
what? I would have said, "She was alright." Like,
oh my god!
And she didn't even ask for all that. You didn't even have to say all that. Be like, "Oh yeah, Raven was cool, but babe, I chose you." Like, he was so in love with her and all that stuff, but then they having 15-minute conversation about Raven. Come on now.
So before you go on, my question is, do we have another flag? Who are they trying to make be the flagship couple, you think, for this season? Do we have a flagship?
No. I'm gonna be very real. I think if I had to pick one out of this couple, I think the most concentrated couple might be, I would have said Bartice and Nancy before that smoke show comment, because they was 100% feeling each other. But I will tell you, when they was in that bathtub, she annoyed me. Like, she was giggling too much, and I'm like, "Sis, you about to get some stuff? What is you doing? You acting like a child."
She can't be happy.
No, she was happy. She probably just nervous. I mean, because that was their like first time, but she was giggling, and I was like, "Sis,
nervous jitters."
It was very nervous.
Iana had those nervous jitters last season, and it wore me out. I ain't gonna hold y'all.
She did.
I don't know why, because they did it.
Who you talking about, Nancy or
Iana and whatchamacallit? Why she
and Nancy and Bartice did too.
But they didn't want the camera to know, because they didn't want their people to. They tried. I don't know.
Yeah, please. You don't.
I don't understand.
Baby, you my fiance. Ain't no way I'm saying I do without test driving a car.
Do you hear me? People do it all the time.
They do it all the time.
They taking a risk
with Trice.
Trice said, "Absolutely not,
baby.
I do not.
I will not be in a non-fun marriage. I will tell you
she
that."
Said, "We're not getting you off the showroom floor over here.
we gonna listen. We gonna get off something, and it better be right. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't have time for it."
Eric said, "The showroom floor. I am weak."
But she said, "You got to test drive the car." But she's like, "Listen, I don't want it brand new off the showroom floor."
I don't. No. I'm not gonna do like a once you leave, it's yours, right? All right. Well, if once I leave, the lot is mine. Who gonna be doing laps around this parking lot? It's gonna be me. You hear me?
She said certified pre-owned only.
Listen, I don't care. But I have to say, y'all, the funniest part of this episode, he didn't get matched with any couples because all this man wanted to be in a marriage with is himself. Andrew. This man, Andrew, was like, "Lord. Yeah, man, I've been to London, I've been to France, I've been to Belize, I have made this much amount of money. I do that." I was like, ma'am, man, what are you saying? His personality apparently is the money that he has. And everybody was looking, like, all the other women were like,
okay, and
yeah, there's this very much like superiority type of complex that comes along with him.
Sounds familiar from last season, huh?
Who was the one from last season?
Shake.
Yes. He's like Shake, but more. He's more bougie. He's a bougier version of Shake. Yes.
He's more material, whereas like Shake was more like what you call
Shake
it?
Shake was more shallow when it came to
Yes. That's right.
Yeah.
But who was it that turned him down? Was it Raven? Or was it Nancy? I can't remember who turned him down, but he was about to propose and he got turned down. And the look on his face, like,
did I?
Like, how dare you turn me?
But no.
Did.
Listen, let me tell you. So he went into that confessional, y'all. Eric, I don't know if you've seen this clip yet.
I haven't.
He went into this doggone confessional and they went to ask him about, obviously he just got turned down. And he said, "Oh, okay, wait, we about to record, okay?" Why this man take Visine eye drops out his pocket, put them in his eyes? Okay, is this okay? You the producer in the back. I mean, if your eyes hurting, sure. They was so messy for leaving
Let me
that
tell you
in,
why I messed
and
with
I'm glad
Netflix.
they did.
I messed with them for that.
The way I hollered, no. And then when this man went in for a 2-piece, he said, "Oh no, that ain't enough." And they're like, "Are you ready?" He goes, "Yeah." I said, no, he added in sniffles, and then he's like, "Hold on, I need a little bit more." He had it dripping down his cheek, and he was like, "Nah, this it right here."
The thing,
I just didn't know
the links that people go to.
but some of this, I'm like, are they casting people for views at this point? And
Yes.
do they want him for entertainment factor? Because he clearly was the entertainment factor. We have to admit,
I
like his
hollered
little
it.
scenes and stuff were very like contrived. And so I'm like, is this production led or no? You know, I'm always skeptical about what's happening on the writing room floor.
But I mean, I like it. I appreciate them like showing like, look at you, like you over trying to fool these people. Like we're gonna put you out there. They really put them on blast, low key. So like, anytime somebody in real life be like, is this real or is this all a show?
It had me hollering. Our only black couple on the show is SK and Raven.
Let me tell you about Raven real quick.
I know Kiki got a lot to say about Raven.
When I tell you, okay, Raven just came across again. You know, we're talking about shallow people. She came across quite shallow. You know, she made it very clear. You know, I'm used to a man of a certain caliber who got money.
Wait, hold on, pause, Kiki, before you say anything. Let me rewind it back.
Okay,
when she was in the dating phase, right? Why does girl say, I need the person that I'm with to know that there are certain things that I do in the service industry? The way I thought this girl was giving out happy endings.
Listen.
Wait, what is her job? Is she
a bottle girl, Eric? She be bringing bottles to table.
Listen.
Now, unless it's something else going on that we don't know about, but she made it sound like she was a lady of the night.
Like she was busting it, busting it down.
Wide open. And that's what I was like, you did all that. You were just a bottle girl? Girl, you're a waitress. What are you talking about? So
the only difference is you may have a little sparkles coming up out of the little sparklers that they do for during brunch.
Now, I can't wait for the little blogs to come out because unless there's something else going on that we don't know about, I don't know. But the way she was talking in the middle, it's something in the milk ain't clean.
Come on.
But go ahead.
Something in the drink ain't clean.
But she was like, you know, that's her. That's the industry she works in, all that other kind of stuff. So, you know, further on, you know, I'm used to a man to take care of me like this. Money is important. Is what the interpretation of what she was talking.
She needed Andrew is who she needed.
Honey.
But did she deny him?
Yeah.
Yes, she did. And so then, you know, so that was her personality. And then fast forward, she's conversing with it was the mixed dude, right?
Bartise.
Was it Bartise?
I think so.
The one, yes, he's pouring out his heart, you know, talking about, you know, he had tough times in life.
It was Bartise.
After the divorce of his parents, and you know, he was devastated, sad, you know,
he was out in session.
He was in therapy.
Baby, he was in full-blown therapy. Meanwhile, before he even gets to that part about her being really sad, you see her like doing like squats and like full-blown exercise
doing jumping jacks.
Baby's at the gym.
Mid conversation about him being sad,
and he could hear it.
Girl is doing full-blown jumping.
He's like, "Hey, are you listening?"
Full jumping jacks, Eric. I'm talking like like full-blown jumping jacks to where he was like, "Yeah, you were just doing jumping jacks." She was like, "Oh, you heard me?" Yes, I heard you.
Terrible, bro.
Like to the point where I'm
Matthew
like,
telling me telling you my trauma, and you over here lifting weights, sir.
You over here.
I was like, and the thing is, I know I may have to. Y'all can tell me. Y'all can admit this with me. I can tune people out. I know I can. But sis was fully tuning them out while being distracted.
That girl was at the gym. She was
over here and love is fitness.
Listen.
Look, Bartice's session was basically, you know, like when you be at the gym and you got your headphones in on a commercial come on. That's what Bartice was, a commercial, an ad.
And so I'm trying to remember at the end of that, he ended up telling her that it wasn't gonna work out, right? And then she felt some type of way. She was like, "Well, I was gonna say it wasn't gonna work out."
She 100% lied. She was like, "Oh, I felt the same way."
It's like, no, he came to the gate and said it ain't gonna work.
Yeah,
and then she, you know, she wanted to.
Well, that was smart of him.
He was like, "Oh, I thought you was gonna be doing jumping jacks again, or something like that." He had said to her.
And he's shady too.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Love
it. She's like, "No, I'm standing here." He was like, "Oh well, could have fooled me. I thought you were trying to get your workout on."
Well, stand there and jump and jack yourself.
Eventually, what was his name? MK. SK. Child, I gave this man Michael Kors.
Ain't that where we went to? Ain't that steak place?
It is. STK.
Look, one thing I'm gonna remember is some food. You hear me? Say, why does that sound familiar?
And
but his name is SK.
It was like an S something on the first season too.
Yeah,
was it?
Show. It was a girl though.
Oh,
okay. I forgot her name. MK. No, her name was something. S something. LS. SL. T.
It was irrelevant, is what
TLT. That was her name. Yeah.
We don't remember that much.
Oh, LC.
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
Oh, let me not play it. I like LC.
Right.
Lauren.
No, but she ended up falling for him in the pods in the sense of his approach with her was a lot different. With Raven was a lot different than the other guys approached her, and so it was very much. It was just very much, you know, thank you so much for being so open with me. Thank you so much for allowing your heart to open and to listen to me. And that he was just so complimentary to the where she was just like, okay. You know, you can just tell the way she reacted to him. Was a lot different than
and this is that girl that you said is shallow a little bit.
This Raven. Yeah.
This is Jumping Jacks.
Jumping Jacks. Okay.
Not Jumping Jacks.
She wants somebody to just she want to be like Shane from last time. Somebody to tell her that she look good all the time.
And I can see based upon pod behavior, I can see him doing that.
Pod behavior.
You know what I mean? Because you know,
and then,
pod
right, people is. They somebody different.
But then look, their chemistry is just it was like.
Well, I can't wait to watch it.
A little boring. Look, hopefully, maybe they'll have some kind of sexual attention, because they, to my knowledge, they the only couple that didn't get it in. So everybody else got it in except for them, and I don't even know if they've kissed. Honestly, it's given like friend zone. But
I'm not knowing of any. I'm just not having any hope for any of these couples. I mean, last season I didn't have hope for them either.
And none of them made it.
Walk down the aisle and everything else, but
all of them broke up, right? Last season,
sure did.
Is LC and what's his name?
Who is LC?
Lauren.
What do you mean?
Cameron?
Lauren and Cameron. They the only couples that stay together, right?
Oh, Barnett and Barnett are.
Don't nobody count them.
No, why Reese say that? Why Reese talk about what she tweeted yesterday? She about, oh dang, I miss Lauren.
Successful couple.
She was like, I don't know why y'all keep mentioning Amber and Barnett. I said successful.
True. Retweet.
Oh my god.
But I mean, he probably got to stay with her because he probably paid off all her debt, and he
did. Remember, they moved into that friend. They didn't sold his house to pay off her debt and moved into somebody else's room.
That's crazy. Couldn't be me. We just want to live in this debt, baby. I ain't moving in nobody's house at 30. You hear me? I'm not doing it. But
so they said the 26th is when the next set of episodes drop. Huh?
Yes, whatever date that is on the 26th. But as of right now, it's looking like 0% of these couples will make it. I'm just gonna call it, and I'm just gonna have a guess. I'm gonna say maybe 2 actually get married. 3 would be surprising. I think Alexa. I think they're gonna get married. Alexa and Brennan. Oh, shout out to Alexa. We finally got us a thick woman on the show. So shout out to her.
Yes.
It seems like they got
for real because when I say body is bodying.
Yes.
Well, I thought you were saying you finally got an Alexa at your house. The Alexa
I
turn on
do.
it. I thought you were supposed to say that.
Look, if I was upstairs, they would have said yes. I'd be like,
That's what I thought you were like. Oh, congratulations.
Nobody talking to you. So, hold on. Side note. Y'all know I get off topic random. Why I mentioned when we were thinking of baby names and I said Alexa. I said, what do you think about the name Alexa? And Alexa goes, yes. And Steve was like, that reason right there. No. I was all like, oh, okay, yeah.
Yep. That was quick. That was a quick response.
Boy, it was real quick. I didn't understand that. Say that again. I was like, oh, no, we ain't got to do this all day, every day. But yeah, that's pretty much it. The getting off of that, the finale of The Mole is coming up. Actually in a couple hours. We recording, y'all, it's Thursday night. So in a couple hours the finale is coming up and I'm excited for that. So I want to say, before the finale drops, who are y'all's finals pick for The Mole?
Can we do The Mole in the winter?
Oh, there is a mole in a winner.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
I think the winner's going to be Joy, and I think the mole is Cassie.
Eric?
Cassie is the mole. We see you, sis.
Yes.
I'm nervous because I want Joy to win. But we still don't know. You know, they left us on a cliffhanger after the second set, like between her and Jacob being eliminated. And my spirit is telling me she got eliminated.
The only reason why I'm not
so Avery.
Avery, that's who you think?
Mm-hmm.
Only reason why I feel like she's not getting eliminated is because she's been having her eye on the Cassie, and during that bird challenge was her opportunity to. She was like, I've been watching her essentially, and this is my opportunity to really see what she's doing. And she was clearly sabotaging that bird challenge.
Can we talk about that after Avery talk about her thing? So now you made me reevaluate.
Oh,
so,
very clearly. I had the
you.
same pick. I think Cassie is the mole, and I think Joy's gonna win.
I would. That.
But go ahead, Eric.
That whole
that bird
you mentioned to us, first of all, when we brought up Cassie, and we love you, but Kiki, you mentioned her confessionals, right? And how you felt like they were so scripted and whatnot.
Honey.
Now it's flowing over into her acting, kind of like, and they were like, the dove. You don't see the Joy type. Look at over here, Cassie. Look,
she's
look.
Like,
I see. They're in a circle.
I'm gonna look over here.
Cassie.
Right.
And then she's talking about, oh, I don't see it in a circle. They're not flying in a circle. Should they? They are flying in a circle.
Sis, what are you doing?
It's so, and then the confessionals are very much, Joy. What she does is, I'm like, did they give you these lines to memorize?
Mm-hmm.
And
maybe she was picking them lines up out the earth. She was looking for them too, like. I like sis.
I'm like, this is a giveaway.
I think I know what I have to do, because if I don't, somebody else is going to do it for me, and I had to be the one to do it. So I will give her. Listen, when she snatched that card, I knew she was going to do it. Everybody,
maybe she didn't even hesitate.
The most trustworthy is Cassie.
And she'd be like, yeah, that's me.
Because she had no objections. She walked to that thing, she unlocked the key, and she played with them. Because the way she did the key, and they're like, oh, yes, she's unlocking it. And she slid that key back in there so quick and snatched the card. They said,
listen, and walked clean out. She did not pass goal. She did not collect $200.
Didn't say a word.
Exited stage left and slid through that door and went to the comfort of her hotel room.
And baby, took her a nice hot bath and got her a nice luxury robe and went on the bed.
And she was relaxed, well rested and relaxed.
In the car. Mm-hmm. With the card in her hand. Yeah, right. I did. I took it. And they just sit there chained up like dogs on the floor, the cold floor.
I forgot they were still chained up. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, man.
But I cannot wait to see who the winner is. And
you didn't say you said your pick was Cassie.
Oh, mine was saying I think Cassie's the mole, and I think Joy wins. If I'm wrong, the only way I think I'm wrong is that instead of Joy winning, Will wins. That would be my
or he the mole. If Cassie not the mole, Will.
Everybody keeps saying that it's a possibility of Will, but because I don't know.
Remember, okay, so we held spaces again.
I could see it, but I just want to be different from everybody else.
Kiki, you weren't there. You weren't there in the spaces. But like, so it's like I was going through my head because when I saw the whole thing, because they made the whole, well, Joy been putting Will, even though we don't really know who they're putting on their thing, right? Where they're like, well, Joy been saying Will the Mo this whole time, and she's still here, so I don't know. But I was like, okay, let me see if could Will truly be the mole, because if any out of anybody, he has been the most adamant about like putting money in the pot and doing the hardest on the challenges. But I'm looking back, I'm like, okay, I'm going back to day one when he snuck off to go double the prize pot. Samara brought up a really great point when she was like, oh yeah, that's nice, you doubled it, but what if you would have got caught? Then we would have lost all that money. That's something a mole would do. And I'm like, okay. Then the water challenge, when they had to go diving in and unleash the buoys or whatever, he got hurt mysteriously before they came with the equipment. And he was the only one that was really good enough to go down there and do it without extra help. He got hurt. And before then, when Greg was like, oh, let's split it up. You do this section over here. You do this section. And he all over here. They're like, what are you doing? Why aren't you? We trying to tell you the strategy. And he way over here. And that's how he got cut up, because he way over here doing what he wasn't supposed to be doing. Right. So I'm like, could he be the passive mole that he's recognizing that people like Joy, bless her heart, love her. She's sabotaging, doing his job for him, taking $25,000 out the pot. And you have Avery sabotaging stuff. And so is he like, I don't really have to do much because these folks are doing it for me. So he's doing stuff very subtly. Trice, if you're talking to us, you're muted.
Go ahead.
Oh, that's pretty much all. So I'm like, could he have been his hand been in subtly, moving around? And even though he was really adamant about that double theory with them going up the mountain, I know the mole's gonna assume you guys, I'm the strongest, so you're gonna want me to go, but then the mole's gonna think that you're gonna sit me out because you wouldn't do it, but then you should sit me because I'm like, you're doing too much.
But then look, when they opened up that backpack and one nothing in it, he was looking like, oh. Did y'all think it was just very like he knew it wasn't no money in there?
He knew.
That specific. Okay, so that would make me think he's the mole. That his reaction right there, he was just like, "Oh yeah, I was right." And he was looking like real shifty. Mm-hmm. And then when they did the little piece of comp, that man was sitting on his behind chilling. He wasn't trying to do nothing.
I didn't recognize that till you brought it up.
Like he was chilling.
But how do we not know that? I feel like all of that is his strategy.
Yeah,
it's so that people can put votes on him the same way Avery was doing.
That's true, but he's not actively sabotaging.
And I don't feel like Joy is putting her votes on that man. She's probably saying and doing all of this for what do we believe from Joy? I mean, you get what I'm saying? She just like
she's a great liar.
Yes,
she is.
Excellent.
I thought she was lying about that snake.
On him. She didn't think he was the darn mole.
Yeah.
Okay, can we talk about, listen, you right, Kiki, and we're gonna run our sis the check, even if she doesn't win somehow and she goes home or whatever, we're gonna find a way to get her a GoFundMe to give her check because she deserves it, because she has flopped with the maps. Okay, she's a pilot and she's taken the map in her hands and took it every single time without hesitation and has flopped every time. Yes. But she has given us drama. She has given us organized chaos, and she has been a mastermind. Okay, and she's been looking good doing it. So we got somebody. What? She's been looking great.
Hey, body.
Adi.
Listen. Hold on. This whole cast has been dropping thirst traps on Twitter. If y'all have not seen, please check the mole tag, because all of them been thirsting and putting their little pics. Did y'all
in these bodies?
Hold on. Did y'all get the message I sent today? Okay, I'm gonna let y'all look at that later.
Oh Lord!
Please go on Twitter and look at our messages. Because
screaming. It's probably some mess.
Okay, we ain't gonna talk about that right now. But please, when you get a chance,
but I'm cracking up because the cast has been taken over. I don't know if the moles had any fans of how were they fans extinct before this time, because it's been
we don't woke it up.
Look, the mole fans are Big Brother fans.
I was just getting ready to say,
because we had never watched, so now we in this thing.
So now the Big Brother Twitter then got a hold of these blessed people, and they're like, "Oh, we appreciate the BB Twitter fans embracing us," and I'm like, "Oh, if only you knew."
That'd be crazy.
Listen, y'all need to get in and get out mode.
Crazy and unhinged.
If you know, like I know.
If you know, like I know, you stay on your P's and Q's and dot every I, cross every T. Because one slip up, these Twitter folks will come for you.
Listen.
They will turn on you.
Listen, on an unrelated note, shout out to Tiffany. And I'm going to just say it like that.
Shout out to my friend.
Shout out to Tiffany.
I'm
but enough about this mole.
Y'all know the T, but go ahead, Kiki.
Enough about this mole. We really need to get up to speed with Survivor 43.
Yes. Don't be trying to rush us off our new favorite show.
I know.
Hey, let us enjoy.
We're going to finish it up next week, child.
Yes, because I want to leave a little something on the table.
All right. All right.
And listeners and viewers, you know, we're gonna try our best to get some of your favorite mole contestants on here. So bear with us as we try to make it happen, Captain.
Some in the works.
All right. Come on, ominous. But jumping into Survivor 43, you all, I have a confession. I just watched the episode today, so I didn't watch it yesterday.
You should really be up to speed, amen.
Look, I watched it an hour ago.
Did you really?
You did.
And you were giving me a hard time about catching up today?
Well, not an hour ago. I watched it maybe around 7:30ish.
Close enough.
So before we recorded, thank you very much.
I watched it
because then I watched Grey's Anatomy. So thank you very much.
Anyways, I was supposed to watch it yesterday, y'all, like everybody else, but I closed my eyes for a couple of minutes. Is what I told myself, and woke up 2 hours later. Show's over.
I see.
But we move. So we start this episode off. Coco is coming back from their very first tribal, having voted out Paranoid Lindsay. And Miss Cassidy, she's starting to show signs of being cracked a little bit because she's worried about who the single vote against her was. And I'm trying to figure out, why are people always getting hung up on one vote when they were part of the majority? Yeah. If you were in on the plan, they got rid of somebody. Why are you concerned about one vote? So she was all over the place with that vote. And so she was bugging Gio and Ryan about it. Gio confessed. Anyways, I'm sick of them. They need to go because they've been going back and forth. She done called this man sassy again. I just don't know. I don't know what to do.
I got one more sassy. You hear me? Don't call this man sassy no more.
Guess you ain't got to worry about that no more, huh?
Look.
So Gio, after this whole conversation with Cassidy and whatnot, Gio thinks he's running the tribe, you all. He's like, he says, it's okay. I voted Cassidy and she stayed this time, but we're going to get her out this time because I have the alliance, I have the numbers, and we're going to do what I need done on this tribe. And that's seeing Cassidy leave. So I'm going to let her do what she does. But when it comes time for it, she's going to be off this island. And this is him and Ryan, both at the bottom, talking crazy, talking about we're getting Cassidy out this and we're going to make sure that she's out because we can't trust her. And our alliance is going to stick with us. They kept repeating. I guess the edit was just trying to show us. Our alliance this, our alliance that. Y'all don't have one. Y'all don't. And she's on the outs. So this is good for our game. Is she? We'll see. And so I just couldn't do nothing but laugh at how stupid they were. But moving on, Janine and Ellie, that's on Baca, Yellow Tribe. They're, galloping through the forest and looking under leaves and trying to find an idol. And lo and behold, Janine sees something, right? Well, she in the tree and she go digging in there, all them ants and stuff. I said, oh, they finally actually hit something this time where you got to go dig into the nature and all them ants all on hand, one none in it. I don't know why she didn't wipe the ants off her hand, but I guess she just cared to keep them there because when she eventually did find it.
You don't pick up a stick or something? I would have like,
that would have grossed me out, and I ain't gonna hold y'all. I would have left that advantage center right there.
Look, maybe.
Right there.
It's a really easy
with
maybe.
The ants. Right. With the ants. I would have told Ellie to get it. Because when she did finally get it, she over here trying to read it. If you don't put the paper down and wipe yourself off before you go over here trying to read it and wipe at the same time, the ants is on it. I'm glad she acknowledged it because I'm like, does she not see and feel these ants? Because I see and feel them for her.
Child, she got too excited, child. She like a little kid. I'd be like, wow, put this thing down. Jesus. Yep, that's exactly what she was doing.
And so here's the funny part. Her and Ellie thought they were slick, right? They over here. Oh, come over here, girl. Let's get over here in this little corner over here and let's read. And they reading it out. And then as soon as they get to reading, here go Ellie Big Mouth. And let's not do something because we can't trust Owen. And who come around that corner behind the tree under the bush? Owen. And who heard everything that they said? Owen. And what did Owen say? I would have did just like him. He said, so what was that about, huh? Ooh. And she said,
you gotta tell me now. What's up? You gonna lie or what?
And so here they go. They have to spill everything. Oh, she found the idol. Come on, look over here. Look what she found. She got the advantage and whoop-de-whoop-whoop. And so I'm thinking like, okay, Owen, he gonna file this away. He was like, actually, I kind of want to work with them too. So that'll give me better leverage because the guys want to work with him. And he wants them to believe that he's working with them as well, the ladies. And so he's like, I'll go along with them. And so he knows that Jenny has to collect these beads, right? So they get back to camp. Before they even start going with the bead, her gathering the beads, Big Mouth Ellie, she pulls Sammy aside. I know this isn't my secret to tell, but Janine found a beware advantage and she got an idol. She got to get these beads. And Sammy's like, okay, noted. Okay, so y'all going around here sneaking and doing stuff behind people's back. Okay, I got you. Even though we Gabriel's getting on everybody's nerves, but I'm watching y'all. And so they get back to camp. Janine, can I use her? I want to make a bracelet. I'm feeling arts and crafty. And so everybody's giving up the bracelet because Ellie knows about this. So she gives it up. Owen knows and he's trying to build trust. So he gives up his and she has her own. She's asking Gabler for it. And he's like, oh yeah, sure. No problem. Here, give her 3 little green beads. And she's like,
she's like, I need that big yellow one, whatever color it was.
It was yellow. She's like, I need that one. Like, well, I kind of want this one for my daughter. And so I think I want to keep this one. And then I don't know what she did, but she just got to her. I'll give you these green ones back to you, and then I'll hold on to it. She took it out of his hand. He really didn't give her that. She like, I'm gonna give you these back, and I'm gonna take this one, okay? And he just kind of went along with it. And so she finally got all the beads, and so she has her idol. But Sammy pulls Gabler aside after the fact. He's like, I didn't have time to tell you before, man, but you just gave her an idol.
He was like, what?
He's about, no, she just got a bracelet. That's all she got. He's like, no.
He was like, no, she got a fake idol?
Yeah, a fake idol. And he's like, no, you give her the bead. That was an idol. He's like, that's why she needed the big yellow one. It's like, exactly.
I wouldn't have gave her my beads. I'm sorry.
I wouldn't either.
Even if I had read it and was there when she opened up the advantage, she ain't get mine.
And you know what?
Sorry,
what threw me off? I might have. Okay, I'll say this. I probably would have gave a bead to be nice, but when you go to start asking me for specific beads, I'd be like, "No, ma'am, you can't have this one, but you can have this blue one. You can have this yellow one, but no, you're not taking my big shiny diamond encrusted bead. No, you can have this clear one. Thank you.
You can keep them 3 I gave you, or you gonna be sitting out.
Listen. Oh, well, I don't need 3. I only need 1. All right, pick one out of these 3. Which one you want?
And
do you want the 1 or the 3?
She would have had no vote.
Whoever's going on Survivor or plans on applying for Survivor or whatever, people get to asking you for stuff. Tell them no.
Tell them no.
9 times out of 10, it's going to be something they need for the game.
Maybe my beads would have been lost. They would have been in my bra. I'm like, girl, I don't even know
all them beads. I threw them in the ocean. Unless you go looking for it, you gotta sweep the ocean to go find it.
Yep.
So Gabler's pissed that he got played with the darn beads, and so now they mad because they're like, what's gonna go on with this tribe? But Gabler still has an idol that is still active, and the ladies think he doesn't think it's active, but he knows it's active. Janine now has an idol that everybody knows about, but I don't know if she quite knows that Sammy and Gabler know about it, because I don't know if she knows that Ellie ran her mouth, but hopefully she catches on that Ellie ran her mouth and they turn on her. Everybody just get her out because she just needs to go. I'm sick of her. So that's their tribe. Vessie didn't get no time, really. Now that I'm thinking about it, yeah, they didn't give Vessie any.
They didn't get no camera time.
No, tribe time. So they moved right on into the immunity challenge. No reward challenge, but the reward was a part of this immunity. They got a tarp because nobody had a tarp in Survivor. A tarp is life. Just like your fire sometimes, because it keeps you dry, it keeps the bugs away, it keeps the heat, all that. And so that's what
I was when he opened that thing up like it was a tar said, now Jeff, why you pull this thing back? Like you just released a sirloin steak with potatoes and asparagus and a wine cooler. What? He pulled that thing back like, yeah, buddy. And I was like,
I wonder how happy they were for that tart.
They probably saw steak.
Right.
But it'd be so funny to me when he'd be like, look, y'all, I got bananas. And I'd be like, I know you lying.
And they be cheering.
I just work my ass off in this company. You want to give me a damn banana?
Like
I
I'm
would
George
throw
of the
that damn
Jungle.
banana at his head. I know you lying.
Do you hear me? And listen, if I were to ever be on Survivor, I'm like, you want to take it back before 41. Don't give me nothing 41 through 43. Take me back to where we was going to Outback.
Listen,
we was having pizza.
Applebee's, even Applebee's is good on the island.
Whoa. I draw the line at Applebee's.
If you're on a deserted island, you ain't eating no Applebee's, baby. This Applebee's is gonna taste like STK.
She gonna eat it like it's free because it is.
One thing I'm gonna do is slander Applebee's.
Listen, that was my college hangout. You will not slander my college hangout.
Baby, in college it was it, but in college I was broke. Right now I got a little money. You know what I'm saying?
I think I've been to Applebee's once in my life, and that was definitely over a decade ago.
Bruh, I haven't been to Applebee's since I was in college. And that would probably have to be over 10 years ago, felt like. My little sister got her first job there, and the way I was just like, yeah, this is not.
This is not.
That's exactly what it was.
Not Applebee's and the wings, because I will go to Applebee's at 11 o'clock at night and get me some.
And you gonna be by yourself.
And
like, I'm gonna drop you off so you can pick your food up, and I'll be at McDonald's getting me some nuggets, and I'll swing back by and get you. That's how that's gonna work.
I feel like Applebee's wants to be Chili's. Like Chili's is what Applebee's want to be, or probably used to be in another time. Right.
Yes.
Okay,
that's exactly. Chili's. I haven't been to Chili's in a minute. I'm gonna get Chili's tomorrow.
We was in Chili's back in March.
That's the last time I've been to Chili's.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang.
I feel like I ain't been in forever. Yeah.
Wow.
I eat there. You know it's down the street.
Right.
I love these commercial breaks.
Listen, when you with me, you gonna get some breaks.
Our listeners and viewers, you must be used to this by now. This is just what we do. Welcome to this exclusive group chat. Thank you for being a member.
We appreciate it. Back to your regular scheduled programming.
There you go.
Next week on our next episode, take a shot every time I get off topic.
I'll be drunk as ever by the time the episode is.
Yep, I'll be drunk. That'll be a Halloween episode. Shots. Yep.
I am weak. So we have the immunity challenge. I muted myself. It is a really interesting. No, so I clicked the mute button, so my hand was like on the mouse for the mute button, but I was also trying to keep my notes from going dark. So instead of clicking that to keep the phone on, I clicked the mute button.
Shots.
She gonna have y'all drugged before the night. It's over. So we have the immunity challenge, and it's a really intricate one. So they're all four people are tied together, so they got to sit people out. Carla, when they asked Carla, the blue tribe to sit Coco to sit somebody out, Carla jumped out. He said, "Oh, that was quick." Carla was ready to sit out. She was like, "I ain't but she's seen the obstacle course, and she's like, I am not and will not be competing in this." So Carla and Gabler sit out. Everybody else tied together. And as they're tied together, they got to go through these sticks and find the path to get everybody through. And once they through that, they got to grab the water and go to the little well, get the water and go over the thing, the little teeter-totter net, and come on down and dump it in there. And then do that till you get the bucket to fall. And once your bucket fall, you get the balls over, you get on the platform, and you get across there, and then you roll the ball up the little platform. And you have to get 3 balls to stay up there.
Didn't that remind you of them Chuck E. Cheese? At Chuck E. Cheese, somebody had mentioned that one of them on the thing had said
that's exactly what it is.
Yeah, it's literally like skee ball they were playing.
Yeah, skee ball.
Up a little hill, and they had to make it stay flat on the platform. Yeah, but that was so Chuck E. Cheese. And kid birthday party,
right? Survivor edition, because at least in the kid birthday, they got somewhere for the ball to go. This one, if you rolled it too hard, it was going off the platform. You got to do it again. If you do, obviously you roll it too weak, it's gonna come on back down. So Coco gets there first. Ryan gets a ball up there, and we're like, oh, okay, they getting ready to come back and win. But oh, here come Vesey from out the corner. Dwight get up there, he gets to throwing him. He get the groove. Dwight got his groove, and he get one. Then he get two. Then Ryan get two. So they tied. They neck and neck. Then Sammy gets one. So it's like, all right, out of Coco and Vesey. Dwight sinks his third one. Vesey saved. 2 wins in a row first, coming in first. It's
Started
giving
from
once
the bottom,
again.
Now we here.
Necca was holding them back.
Listen, I thought about you saying that, Eric. I really did.
Every week she shows that she should be at home.
Oh my God. No shade, but shade.
Because they fortune turned around like this as soon as she was gone. And so it's out of Baca and Coco again. And Vesey can't help Baca this time. It's either you get it or you don't. And so Ryan has 2. Sam can't get 2 up there. He just got 1. And here go Ryan. They like, do it to the right. Go to the right. Go to the right. And he throws it to the left and knocks all the balls down. And he's like, oh, I'm like, how dumb could you be?
Hold on.
How dumb? I know. Go ahead.
Eric, you already know what I'm going to say.
Mm-hmm.
One thing y'all need to not do in the future is give Ryan anything with a ball. Don't have him throwing nothing. Don't have him tossing nothing. Don't have him anything athletic
anymore.
Yes, because baby, what are you doing?
Ain't performed well since day 1, 2.
What are you doing, Ryan?
And so they lost because Sammy came back and beat them. And
but
so
he threw it.
I was getting ready to get to it, Kiki. Look at Kiki fast forward through the show.
I don't believe that though.
He says, okay, so I got it. He says, I know that they wanted me to win this comp, and winning is great, but we got to get Cassidy out. And so I'm like, are y'all really that dumb? You really truly believe you are? But the reason why I believe that he probably did throw that on purpose because he truly believed they were getting Cassidy out, and that he had the numbers. And so I'm like, are you kidding me? One thing, I know me and Trice ain't been watching this for a long time, but I know one thing. In Survivor, you don't throw a challenge as a tribe. You don't throw one because you'll be going home. Even if it's not you, the tribe will be there.
Very, very quick. Yep.
Until you can't go no more.
Yep.
And so, because I believe that happened on the Boston Rob season or something like that. They tried to throw, the tribe threw to try to get somebody out. And it didn't work. And then 2, they went every single week, ever since they started throwing, and it was all gone. And the person they wanted out stayed.
Look. And
I think ended up winning the season. So, yeah. So whether he threw it or not, they lost. And he'd have done me if he really did throw it. Or if, like Trice them saying he didn't really throw it, he just trying to play, you're still dumb because you suck. And you don't need to be doing nothing else with a ball. No more. He need to go to the back. I don't know why they keep picking him to be the leader. Because he sucks now. And so they're back at camp. And while they're at camp, he thinks he's a mastermind. Oh, y'all go tell Cassidy the vote is me. So she can feel comfortable. And I'm just going to play it up with her. Okay. And so here go Carla and James running right back to Cassidy. He going to act like he down in the dumps and we're going to vote for him. And he believes that he's going to pretend like he believes that he's the vote. And so Cassidy goes to him and she's like, what's going on, Ryan? Like, what we going to do? He's like, I think you're fine because I did so bad in the challenge and their energy has shifted. Their energy, the way they just treated me since I got back it's just not been good. And it's going to be me. So what she was like, but she was like, you're going to be good. I'm not going to vote your name. I'm not going to write your name. I'm going to save you. I'm going to help save you. He was like, no, write my name down so you could be on the right side of the vote. And I'm like, he really thinks he doing something. And so she like, this, I know what she probably wanted to say. Well, she can't say what we're going to say. This Negro here think he then pulled one over my eyes and think he's winning an Oscar or an Emmy for this performance. And he's not.
He's not.
And so it's laughable when you know that she knows what he's trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
And so
to me, at this point, this overplaying stuff, like, come on, bro. Like, you're really overplaying your hand. You're overplaying by throwing the competition. Mm-hmm. Now you're going to create this full-blown script.
It was so unnecessary, bro.
I'm like, this whole episode is about this darn man thinking he's masterminding his
He must have
fake
got bored.
Right.
What'd you say?
He must have just been bored. Had to be
something, because that was the storyline.
Yes,
this whole thing.
I wonder if that's gonna play a part
in a
later
very
on.
It must be
storyline.
playing a part later.
It has
Because
to.
I thought he was going home.
Because listen, because Jeff did ask them when they went. He's about, so what if you go home? Because you didn't put yourself on a silver platter. And Carla was like, I thought about it. She's like, why not? An easy vote. Everybody loves an easy vote.
I would have sent this behind home so quick.
I would
If
have.
one thing I'm gonna do, if you asking to go home,
Look,
okay,
and I'm gonna send you there,
and I'm gonna help
playing
you.
in my face.
Listen,
yeah, you ain't gonna play in my face again.
Nope,
at all, because you'll be gone.
Yes,
your
you
fire
won't be
will
here
be snuffed. And so while that's happening, Gio, Janine, and Jesse go to the little, where they're supposed to go to that little island, but they, for some reason, drop them off in the middle of the ocean on a little thing and make them get in the boat, a little raft boat, which I don't understand the point of that. Anyways, it was dumb and pointless. So they finally get to where they got to make a decision on if they're going to risk their vote or not. And here go Gio the whole time. Oh, I almost went home last week, and I need something to help me. And they were like, so you think you're going home this time? He's like, I don't know, but I still feel at the bottom, and I just don't know. So, and Janine said, I don't buy that underdog story.
Right. I'm glad Janine has some sense.
Right. Because he like, I hope he's like, and they feel like they got it because I'm a little small person here. And so I sold them this story. And so they're going to let me get this adventure so I can take it back home. I'm like, you and Ryan, a special kind of something. Because y'all are truly overestimating y'all's selves. Because nobody believes anything that y'all say at all. And so they all get to the thing, and so they flip it over. Everybody risked it. And G was like, oh dang, my story didn't work. They didn't care.
I thought he was gonna have a 100% the only person who risked his vote.
Yes.
It's a Survivor, sir. People are trying to win big money here. And you thought you was about to play in their face.
That's what they said too. They were like, Janine said, I came here to play Survivor and I'm going to risk it. Jesse said, this is a once in a lifetime chance. Of course I'm going to risk it. I don't care about your sob story. Like, what? And so he's
look,
like,
at all.
Because I would have been like, oh, that's good for you, baby. That you're at the bottom of your, oh, that's good for you, baby. I'm still risking it. And so they go back. So we don't know who has it yet. They get back. Janine is like, oh, she was like, I want to see what I got first before I tell these people, but I'm gonna act like that I'm still telling them. We've been open. And so she see them sleeping. So she was like, oh, okay. So she goes back, opens it, read it, realize she ain't got no vote. So she goes back, hey everybody, I'm back. Hey, how y'all doing?
Hey, boy. I'm just about to say.
Hey, the little music. How y'all doing?
Awkward.
And so she reveals, like, she opens up with them, and they see that she don't have no vote. Whatever. Jesse gets back to his tribe. This is the only time we've seen Bessie. He opens his. He ain't got no vote either. He's like, ain't no sense in trying to lie. They know what I'm going up there for. Which is like true. So you might as well show him or not. He ain't got no vote. So I'm like, so Gio done got him an advantage. He done got him something out of all that lying, all this trying to deceive, all this trying to make. He done still ended up with an advantage. So he opens his. Well, no. Excuse me. He tells the tribe first. I just knew I'm going to tribal, so I had to play it safe. And they're like, oh, okay. But not 2 seconds later, he pulling Carla aside, talking about, I really risked my vote. So, girl, let's look it up.
Of all people.
When I say quick.
Because obviously the darn thing says that you can ask somebody if they have an idol and you can take their idol. He know darn Carla got an idol.
He don't
know. Nobody
know.
Carla ain't told nobody.
She ain't told nobody that we see, but I don't think nobody knows. At that point,
I was thinking he
was just
knew
being
that.
paranoid.
I'm like, why in the world is he telling her when she has an idol? Okay. That's the part that I was missing.
Paranoid a little bit.
Yeah.
But she played up paranoid well. She was just like, let me just
look. She was
like, it wasn't paranoia. That was strategy. I don't think that was paranoid. It's like, first of all, he was the vote anyway. It was either him or Ryan. And so they were like, Yeah. Well, in her mind, she's like, nah, you ain't got to use this on me later on. Next time
I know that's right.
You been and took a guess. Because you know
Listen,
that'll be Gio.
that's true.
Carla, you got to.
Yep.
And now I ain't got
Would have
nothing.
took it, and they sent my behind home.
So it was smart for her to want to shift the target for Gio, because again, he has the most powerful advantage. And it was like, well, dang, you're not even gonna get to use it, because he was like, I want to use this. I've seen Survivor. The knowledge is power, and nobody has used it correctly. And so I want to be the first one. I want to be the first one. Again. I want to be the first one to use it.
The first shall be last, and the last shall be first. Going right on out the door.
And to just go ahead and put it lightly, his torch was snuffed tonight. We just gonna just skip that tribal, because it really wasn't nothing but Ryan lying again. And foolishness. So they voted him out, and he was blindsided.
He was shocked. He
was so shocked. OMG. I low-key felt sorry for the brother.
Just a little TT. I feel bad for him, little
this
TT.
Much. I really did. I was like, oh.
And Ryan
guy.
too. He's like, they talking about sorry. You're not sorry. You're not sorry.
You did all that lead work for them, brother.
So, do you think, oh girl, because they didn't show the backstory behind the vote, so
of course.
The blind side. So, you think it was Carla who orchestrated his not
That's
eviction.
who I'm gonna give credit to.
Orchestrated his departure,
because Cassidy really wanted Ryan, and both James and Carla were like, no. We can get him out any other time. Pretty much, they were like, he ain't a factor. Yeah. And so that did crack me up though, because after she left, they were like, there she go acting like Lindsay. We meant to get her out just like Lindsay did.
Baby, I was hollering. I'm like, now her watching the show with us,
right? Because they were like, ain't this what Lindsay just did last time? And we voted her out. We may have to go ahead and do her again, because you doing too much, sis. And I love this duo.
Better reel it in.
This Carla and James duo is like, it gives me life, because they be saying what we say.
Please let them be my final two. Please let them be my final two.
I would love it. I
don't care who the third is,
because they work so well.
Just make them losers.
Right. So
I do want to say one thing though that bothered me. What's old girl that found the idol earlier in the episode?
Janine.
With the ex? Janine. Now, Janine did all this work to get this idol, right? To make sure you didn't lose your vote. And then you go risk it?
That's a great point, Trice.
That's a very good point.
You did all that, and then you went and risked it. And then you lost your vote.
Risked it and didn't get the biscuit.
And then lost your vote.
It's
stupid, because now you did all that, and everybody know you got an idol now.
Yep.
Baby, the way she gonna be on a chopping block, either you gonna use that idol to get rid of it, or you gonna be going home. It's
matter of fact, here's what we about to do. No, we're gonna still get Ellie out, but what we're gonna do is, I would suggest you, Janine, and you, Gabler, use your idol, because you don't know where me and if I'm Owen or Sammy, you don't know where we voting.
I'd be like, look, I don't know. We just gonna have to see.
I think somebody y'all should use y'all's idol, so that way they both use it, and the vote is where we want it to go. So they're gonna
Baby.
Yeah.
What's happening next week, Eric?
It is the merge, or so we think. Mm-hmm. So it's probably that pre-merge. Mm-hmm. We've gotten to the point they're getting ready to merge.
Lord, please let it be
entertaining. Like it's going to be a twist, because Jeff was like, so when they all came together, they were all like, what is happening? Somebody's going home. I don't know what's going to be happening.
Give us a new exciting twist, please.
Yeah.
Make it exciting.
So we'll see what they got in store, but it is, even if it's not the full merge, it's a pre-merge situation. Cool. Yeah.
Well, thank you, Eric, for your animated recaps, and sometimes I be feeling like I'm rewatching the show when you're giving these.
Thanks,
the show is much better when you recap it than when I'm watching it.
Oh, y'all better stop.
You be giving them noises, like each person's voice. You give them a voice, and
we got to do something,
because he be blacking it up. Is what he be doing.
Yeah.
I will never forget my favorite, and we're closing. My favorite reenactment, though, will always be Rupert. We're always from Heroes versus Villains. Oh, that women's alliance is so looking strong, Jeff. I'll never not love that. He's my favorite to reenact because it was so easy.
Oh, Rupert.
We should have believed you. Sandra, you told us time and time again.
Look at this voice. You need to stop. You need to stop smoking.
That was Rupert. That's how he talked.
That was his voice.
That's all I got for you.
Family, friends, listeners, viewers, subscribers, and everyone else in between. Thank you again for tuning in to Who All Gonna Be Their podcast, the place where you've become an exclusive member of this very entertaining group chat. And until next time, bye.